This tiny creature doesn't just build a home, it sews it. Using its beak as a needle and spider silk as thread, the Tailor bird performs one of the most sophisticated engineering feats in the animal kingdom. The process begins with careful selection. The bird cannot build on dead leaves. They are brittle and will shatter under pressure. It cannot use leaves that are too young, as they will wilt and collapse. It must find living, flexible foliage. In our own lives, building a home requires the same wisdom. We must choose foundations that are alive, flexible enough to weather storms, and strong enough to carry the weight of a family. A home is not just a place where we sleep. It is a fortress we build to protect the ones we love. In the animal kingdom, no creature understands this quite like the Tailor bird. Using its beak as a needle and spider silk as thread, it executes an incredible feat of family architecture. Weighing less than 10 grams, this tiny bird reminds us that building a strong family foundation has nothing to do with size and everything to do with intention. Watch closer. What looks like simple survival is actually a masterclass in domestic leadership. Most birds gather loose twigs that can scatter in a storm, but the Tailor bird demands something deeper for its future lineage, a living fortress, a nursery disguised as a simple leaf. To pull off this illusion, it must manipulate physics, master textile arts, and sacrifice its own energy. Because when it comes to family, the effort we put into the foundation determines the safety of the future. The process begins with careful selection. The bird cannot build on dead leaves. They are brittle and will shatter under pressure. It cannot use too young leaves, as they will wilt and collapse. It must find living, flexible foliage. In our own lives, building a home requires the same wisdom. We must choose foundations that are alive, flexible enough to weather storms, and strong enough to carry the weight of a family. Next comes the thread. To bind this home together, the Tailor bird harvests the strongest, most resilient materials available in the wild: sticky, high-tensile spider silk, caterpillar cocoons, and fibrous plant down. It packs these materials into its beak, spinning them into a crude but highly effective twine. It reminds us that a family isn't held together by accident. It is bound by the intentional daily threads of patience, resourcefulness, and shared labor. Now the construction begins. Standing on the edge of the leaf, the parent bird uses its beak to pierce a micro hole through both layers. This requires absolute precision. If the hole is too large, the leaf tears and the shelter fails before it even begins. This is the secret to the Tailor bird's craft. It pushes a small clump of fibrous silk through the hole. Because spider silk is naturally elastic, it expands on the other side, forming a perfect self-locking rivet. It is a biological knot. It is a powerful metaphor for parenting. The quiet, unseen micro-actions, the daily discipline, the gentle corrections, the constants are the very rivets that lock a family's security into place. Row by row, stitch by stitch, the bird works its way down the seam. It pulls the leaves together, forcing them to bend against their natural shape to create a unified space. It takes hundreds of individual punctures and rivets to form this single pouch. To the outside world, it looks like a natural cluster of foliage, but inside, a hidden sanctuary is taking shape. But the stitched leaf shell is only the outer defense. A cradle must be warm. Inside this living pocket, the parents begin phase 2, weaving a deep, cozy cup out of fine grass, animal hair, and soft down. The outer wall offers protection from predators, but the inner lining offers comfort, warmth, and nurture for the future. The result is a masterpiece of natural design. Because the external leaves remain alive and attached to the branch, they continue to grow, providing ongoing camouflage and keeping the nest waterproof against heavy tropical downpours. The family stays dry, safe, and hidden, thriving in a sanctuary custom-built just for them. In a world that often feels chaotic, the Tailor bird reminds us of the sacred duty of building a home. It proves that with vision, patience, and love, we can sew together a legacy that shelters the next generation. If you want to build an intentional, strong foundation for your own family, hit that like button, subscribe to Hope Alive Family, and share this video with someone who is building their own home. Let us know in the comments, what is the greatest lesson nature has taught you about family?